What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening to the overall market thus far, and what you should be watching for as time goes on. I'm also going to talk about some very important levels to watch for on SPY, the QQQ, and many other tickers. But before I break the details information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I'm firstly not a financial planner. Take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link. If you deposit $500, you guarantee 20 free stocks. This offer ends in just about a couple of weeks. Now, I just wanted to call out that we just got the bill auctions. I think they just came out about a minute ago. Let me just reload this page so it shows them. The 4-week and 8-week are basically coming out, and it's causing the markets not really do too much because the market's very choppy today, kind of trading sideways. So I'm not really expecting too much craziness from this. We also have the 15-year and 30-year mortgage rates coming out around noon, but it's all very, very minor data, and the market's just trading sideways so far. On SPY, we have resistance at 535. If we break through this, I'll be looking at 536. We have support at 534. If we lose this, I'll be looking at 533.37, then 532.5. Overall, it's just going back and forth, sideways, choppy price action. There's not really a whole lot going on for today. So I anticipate that we're going to likely just continue to do so as time goes on. We're just going to continue to chop around. Not really expecting much from this point on. So I think that that's most likely what's going to continue. Now, as far as Tesla goes, I want to say that Tesla got a little pop today, going all the way up to this like 177 area, only to reject. And now we're just trading sideways in this range. When you bring up the 4-hour time frame, let me just show you this very carefully. The 4-hour also has a very, very important looking structure. We have a head and shoulders like structure. We have a left shoulder here. We have a head and then we have a right shoulder. We have resistance currently at this 176 area. That's actually very close to where our 20 to 200 EMAs happen to be. And our support is currently at 173. All Tesla's doing, okay, is it's going back and forth, back and forth. It's been doing this for like a month, guys. It's just completely stuck. For Tesla to make a big move, you want to see it lose 173 and close below that. If that happens, we're going to likely see a dip. If Tesla closes above 180, we could see a big bounce. And we're actually closer to the lower end of the bounds that Tesla is stuck between in the range. So we're looking a little bit more weak, I would say. I also want to call out this, like I said in my earlier video, we have a double top like structure right here. They were grabbing liquidity here before the move down, and now we're just continuing to chop around. So I think that as of right now, Tesla's just range bound. We're going to likely continue to be range bound, not really doing a whole lot. And I think that there is, once again, going to be that risk of downside if we lose 173. Otherwise, we're just completely stuck and range bound. And I think it's going to remain like that as time goes on. For Nvidia, we saw a very, very big push on Nvidia all the way up to about 1250, the exact target I had. And then now we're actually dipping down to about 1200. So we have a new range developing on Nvidia. Let me just pull up the 1-hour time frame just to show you this. On the 1-hour time frame, you guys could see we have resistance now at 1225 to also around this 1200 area. I was kind of losing this. Our support's at 1185, 1180, and also 1160. Now we have a gap to fill all the way down here at around 1160. So there's a risk of Nvidia dipping lower if we lose 1185. So lose 1185, and then Nvidia is going to dip down to fill this gap at 1160. If we hold above that, we're going to likely shuffle in this range in the lower 1200s. I personally think it might come down to fill the gap. So there might be a little downside coming. So we'll just have to see how it goes. For the triple Q, right over here, the QQQ is also looking kind of flat right now. We have supports around 462.5. We have resistance all the way up here around very close to the 465 range. We've been range bound for the past 3 hours between 462.5 and 465, back and forth, back and forth. If we lose 462, which is where our 20 EMA happens to be, there's going to be a bigger dip to the lower 460s. So overall, there is a risk of it dipping lower. Notice that Bitcoin is also pushing very nicely. We're actually approaching 71,500, a little bit above that. Then we have 72,000 coming next. So far, it's holding it very well. There is more upside potential, so it's doing a pretty good job. For Aapl now has resistance around 196, and we have support currently at 195.5. If we lose that, we'll be dipping all the way down to about 194.72. Otherwise, we're just range bound. It's just really, really, really choppy in the 195s. Guys, not really doing much, not really fun to trade. But that's what's worth noting in my opinion. For a few more, Supermicro coming down, just like Nvidia. We're looking at support currently at 754. We have resistance right here at 780. And if we break through that, I'll be looking at 791 and then 800. But overall, I think that there could be a little rebound. Might try to push a little bit higher before we just continue to shuffle in this range. I think we're going to be stuck between 780 or around the 780 area for some time, between there and 760. So I think that's what Supermicro is going to be doing. For let's just double check this. For the IWM Russell 2000, we have resistance at 204, and our support is just kind of like very close to that range. We're just kind of shuffling the 204s. If we do lose that, I'll be looking for a dip all the way down to 203. But overall, we're just kind of stuck. For Amazon, we've been pushing up to 184. That's our resistance. Our support is going to be right over here. If we do end up getting a rejection, we could come back down to 182. Otherwise, it's just kind of shuffling close to 184 for now. Meta went up to almost 500, and now we're kind of rejecting a bit or showing some signs of possibly rejecting. If we lose 495, watch 491. Otherwise, we're just going to shuffle in this area. For GameStop is pushing higher, making higher highs and higher lows. We look more bullish, so I think that there's a chance it could go all the way up towards about 35. AMC could also try to push it a little bit higher, so we'll just have to watch and see how things end up going from here. Besides that, the VIX, it's continuing to decline. It's been on a downtrend. We haven't fully filled this gap yet, but it's just shuffling for now, just like the market, so it's not really giving us a clear direction quite yet. So with that being said, guys, the market is just range bound. If SPY were to lose 534, yes, it could dip lower towards 533.37. But for now, let me just say we're range bound. We're just going to give it some time and see which way we go. We've been stuck between 534 and 535 for the entire day, essentially. So we will wait and see. All right. So we'll be very, very patient with this and give the market the time it needs. And just know that these are the ranges to be watching for. All right. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. And peace out.